Hey guys, so what is up? This is focused on my English list, but this also works for any kind of bank that has stringed samples with a base auto. Um, that being said, if you are recording this yourself and you will auto it, which most people that's what they're gonna um, do whatever you want as long as you have all of the combinations properly autoed. It doesn't matter how you do it. But I kind of am running this promotion where if people record my list with this method that matches up to the base auto, then I won't auto the whole thing. I have too much going on, but I will auto everything I need for the covers that I will be posting. That being said, um, I don't know how long that will go on for, but right now I have no USTs ready because of the fact that I don't really have many banks to work with. But anyway, regardless, this is how you do it. So, um, quick overview of my list. There's CVVC right here, and it covers the basic consonants. And it uses Vocaloid phonetics, so it's E, B, 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 Ba, 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 Oo, Boo, Bu, Ba, wait, Oo, Boo, Bu, Bo, Ba, Bur, Bur. And all of the consonants make sense. The ch sound is tish, and the j sound is dj, and uppercase Z is Z, uppercase T is Sh, and uppercase D is V. After you finish this section, you go onto the C sill, C sill, sill C, and this you just record Bob, Dod, Foff, Gog, and then you get down to these, which are you can get the begin vowel and end vowel from here, but you can't get long vowel. So this is just E, 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 and here is the CC, which is only consonant clusters. And I have done testing, and if you're the kind of person who really likes putting in a lot of work to customize everything, after playing around like this, you'll never want to go to CCV clusters and VCC clusters ever again because of the level of fine-tuning you're able to do when you treat this L as a vowel instead of a consonant, for example. Then VCC, and this is the only VV, and my suggestion for all other VV is actually to super cheat and use the V silence for the first one and the silence V for the second one, so that it's a pause like a glottal stop. But if you don't want to do that, it's totally fine for you to use crossfade. So this is just the diphthongs, and that's literally it. This is, like I said, this is mostly Vocaloid phonetics, but it is missing a few things because I thought they were kind of pointless and I didn't want to use them. So I threw them in the trash. Anyway, so this isn't the final folder. Yours is going to look different. But so let's start. There are two different methods to use this, to do this. The first is by using the samples. And we can see this is difficult English. And we can just pull this out and get to it. Insert a new track, arm to record, and you can see. So let's pull this over here, and I will have a PDF with this in it if you don't like the way Notepad looks. So anyway, let's get to it. And you just keep going and going and going. Once you record it, here's what you do for your timing to be perfect. You're not going to use this. So it doesn't matter if you just cut it off. And there's that. They're not exactly perfect because I haven't been practicing because I'm not going to release one of these banks. But you can see that the base autos will be basically correct. This one is way more off than the other ones, so I actually would suggest deleting it and moving on. But what if you're easily distracted and you don't want to listen to Dehoko? Well, I have got a solution for you. Keep this so that you can gauge how accurately your recordings are, so that if they don't match up with the base auto, you can throw them in the trash. So I whipped up a drum sample, and this is 95 BPM, so you can use literally anything that is 95 BPM as long as it gets you to this result. So let's try that again and delete these. Alright. Okay. But yeah, I need to start with more silence to get psyched up. E B B ba 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 ba. Ooh boo 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 ba burr burr. And you can just keep going for infinity, however long you want. Anyway, now that's all fine and good. You figured out how to do this. Now, how in the heck are you gonna save it? Reaper is so cool. Okay, so the first one, this is the name. So we're going to take this, which is the first one. Actually, there. No. We're going to paste that name in there, and we'll paste this name in here. And then we just select them, Control-Alt-R, or render. And now you just need to click stems, time selection, and it's really important because if your drum track is going on for 14 minutes, you do not want each 5-second sample to actually be 14 minutes because of rendering issues. Now you can select both of them. Make sure this is wave, and then you just say track, Like, find your output here, then name them track with the $sign. Change it to mono because stereo works, but mono's better. And just render the two files. And this will come up. And then you'll see both of them, just like they are right here, only 5 seconds recorded. And and if you're just in this for me to use your bank, which is no big deal, that's pretty cool. That's what I want. And you don't care about anything else for the other ones, it doesn't matter to me as much if they're recorded well, because it takes like 10 minutes in set param to make sure that all of these are correct, because they're really easy. But if you really care about everything being perfect because you love me and you don't want me to suffer, there is a guide for every section. So here is, which one is this exactly? This is the C-seal. And just like before, you can choose to use the drum track, or you can choose to read from the file. So let's move this here so I have time to prepare. Wait, because I'm recording. Sorry. Never mind that. Dizzy. Ooh. But yeah, you can follow this, or you can follow this, but it doesn't really matter because this is really easy to do and set param in like a few minutes. Same with this. You really don't have to go this long. Just go as long as you want to. It's no big deal, but this is probably as long as you want to go. This is literally just reading E, I, A, E, I, A. Now, here is the part that I think is going to be the hardest for most people. And this, I've tried to actually match the samples to one of the samples, but difficult English is really hard to use. So let's just move this here and we'll go through it together. Yeah, mute so I can. So it's blah, pra, blah, bra, tra. Turn it. Okay, let's try again. Turn it. Blah, 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 tra. Okay, now let's try singing it along with her. If I can't do this, how can I tell anyone else? Like, oh yeah, it's easy. Okay. Blah, 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 tra. There. Now, you'll probably notice something, that the vowels don't sound really good and they don't sound long enough. Like, if you put this into UTAU, the vowels themselves, they'd sound pretty bad and short. But here's the thing. The vowels, from an odoring perspective, get thrown in the trash. Like, this, I think, is ski, that I used for all of them. The only thing that gets used, never mind. The only thing that gets used is from here to here. So it doesn't matter what these look like. As I said before, this section, it's not hard to do to auto, but it's hard to record. So if you want to do it like this, blah, 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 tra, just because it's easier for you to keep time that, pronounce them correctly that way, do it. And the next is the same. It has a separate reference, but that's whatever. And then finally, here is this, the last one. It's 04, and this is the diphthongs. And there are two ways of recording this. This will be accepted by the bass auto, and it's so on and so forth. But if you want to record it to be slightly more natural as just oh, I, a, oi, that's totally up to you and totally fine, and I respect that. But anyway, I hope this answered most of the questions, and I can if you don't want to record at 95 but you still want me to work with you, as long as it's the CVVC is uniform, I can just do one file and then copy and paste it, and then that's basically a new base auto. But if it's not uniform, I can't really do anything other than hunt and peck, and I don't have time for that. And I am sorry, but it doesn't take much time to record at all, so no big deal. And multi-pitch. This list is perfect for multi-pitch because I think my friend sent me a bank zipped and it was only 20 megabytes. And it's just a really nice and short list. Like, I'm not there. It's just a really nice and short list, and if you can record it through that way, then I think it will do you well. So yeah, I will talk to all of you later. Bye.